Let everybody know about Gary with the T. We've been doing a little bit of character definition because we got a lot of new listeners and, trying to explain to them who everybody is, how they ended up on the show. And, Gary, I was introduced to you. Steve Harvey introduced us.
Yep.
You started on the Steve Harvey morning show. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, I was on the Steve Harvey show. I played, my character name was Drew because they already had a Gary on the show. So Steve said, we ain't going to have no two Garys on the show, so we're going to change your name to Drew. So
who gave you Drew? Him or Boomerang?
I think Steve. Probably Boomerang.
Right.
Probably Boomerang, and Steve just ran with it and gave me the name Drew. So I'm like,
Hey, Drew.
Hey.
So I was on Steve Harvey morning show when he was out in L.A. So was you living in L.A.?
No, I wasn't living in L.A. I was in Dallas. Well, Steve happened to take me to L.A. with him. He had his birthday party at the Playboy Mansion, and he said, well, Drew, you want to come? I'm like, well, yeah. So he flew me down to the party, and then I met you at the studio.
Right. He said, hey, man, this is a good guy, that you could possibly have on your radio show sometime. He said, this Drew. And I met Gary. Gary was real cool. And, Steve said he good. I was like, okay. He said, look out for him. And then when how did you end up on the morning show in Dallas? How did that happen? I remember how Head Cracking Rock T came on the morning show, but how did you end up on the morning show?
Well, then you moved to Dallas. So you moved to Dallas and you needed somebody to buy you some furniture, find you some furniture. Because you didn't have no furniture, you was living like a homeless person at the time. So Jada told me, she said, Jada, Gary needs somebody to go look for him some furniture. So can you go find him some furniture? I'm like, well, yeah, I can go look for some furniture. So I went out and looked for you some furniture and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm working hard for this Negro, so if I'm doing this, he needs to put me on his show. So came to you about the show because, I already knew that I was on Steve's show and what have you and stuff. And, the program director at the time wasn't that fond of me.
He wasn't fond of nobody. I don't think he liked nobody but Crack. Yeah. I don't even think he liked Crack after Crack made that joke. Crack made a joke about... Right, real quick, how the joke went? Let me tell you how petty the program director was.
We are so late. Well, here we go. So what happened was, we was like, I used to do nights with this guy named Keynote and this other guy named Super K, right? So we was in there for our pre-show meeting, and we was just messing around, just joking around. So dude said, "Take my wife, please." Like that cheesy punchline people used to say back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And then I said, too late. So then the meeting was over. Then an hour and a half, 2 hours later, into our show, he calls me down to his office and he said, "What did you mean by that?"
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
And he hated Gary.
Yeah, so he didn't. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he didn't hate me, but he just didn't care for me. But nevertheless, we I started working as your assistant because if you need somebody to buy furniture, I started doing stuff for you and working as your assistant, doing.
Yeah, because you would get discounts and everything.
Oh yes, I did. Let me tell you something. When I worked as Ricky's assistant, he used to dress nice. He looked decent and everything.
Ooh.
But then after he left, I left. It was a whole different story. But and then I started working on the show. They gave me 1 day a week on the show, saying, you can do 1 day a week. That's all you're going to do. And, 1 day a week led to, where is that today? But
start doing Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Then Tuesdays and Thursdays led to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then it led to every day during the week and what have you. But it was a good time, though, when we first met because, Ricky, I used to shop for Ricky, do everything for him. Then I used to run and get his women for him and everything.
You a lie? You did bring a couple of chicks to pick them up on the airport, dog. I was out there, boy. I got to Dallas, boy. I ain't never seen no fight like this, boy.
Yeah. That was the good days.
Yes, sir. All right, so, and that's how Gary with the T ended up on the show. And y'all hit me up right now. I got your wake-up calls. 8669-RICKY, 8669-RICKEY, Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
It's the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.